What's the dream you're chasing? Not the one you casually mention in conversations, but the one you secretly protect deep inside your mind. The one that appears late at night when everything is quiet and your thoughts begin to wander toward a future that feels exciting and terrifying. Because every person who has ever chased something meaningful eventually faces the same uncomfortable truth. Dreams are beautiful in the beginning. They feel exciting, powerful, and full of endless possibilities, like standing at the bottom of a mountain while the sunrise paints the sky with hope. You can almost imagine yourself already standing at the top. But dreams have a way of changing once the climb actually begins. The first few steps feel easy. You are motivated. You are focused. You are convinced that if you simply work hard enough, the path will lead you there. And then something unexpected happens. The road becomes longer than you imagined. The progress becomes slower than you hoped. And the people around you begin asking questions that slowly plant seeds of doubt inside your mind. Questions like, is this realistic? Why don't you try something safer? Why keep pushing so hard for something uncertain? At first, you ignore them. You keep climbing. But doubt has a strange way of growing quietly in the background, especially during the moments when life becomes difficult, and the results you were hoping for seem to take forever to appear. You start noticing the sacrifices, the early mornings, the long nights, the opportunities you had to say no to because they didn't align with the future you were trying to build. And slowly, the dream begins to feel heavier, not because the dream itself changed, but because the climb became real. This is the part of the journey that nobody celebrates. This is the part where there are no crowds cheering, no applause, no recognition. Just you and the mountain in front of you. And sooner or later, almost everyone reaches the same moment. A moment where you pause and ask yourself a dangerous question. What if I'm chasing the wrong dream? It's a question that sounds logical. It sounds responsible. It even sounds wise. But what makes it dangerous is how convincing it can feel when you're exhausted. Because quitting doesn't always look like failure. Sometimes quitting looks like relief. Relief from the pressure. Relief from the uncertainty. Relief from the constant effort required to keep climbing when the top still feels impossibly far away. And this is where most dreams quietly disappear. Not in a dramatic moment. Not in a visible collapse. But in a quiet decision to stop trying. Yet somehow, despite all the doubt, despite the slow progress, despite the exhaustion and uncertainty, something inside you keeps pushing forward. You wake up the next day. You take another step, then another. Not because it's easy, but because something deep inside refuses to let go. And this is where the real mystery begins. Why do some people keep climbing even when everything suggests they should stop? Why do some dreams refuse to disappear, no matter how many times life tries to bury them under fear, responsibility, and practicality? Because the truth is something very few people realize until they are already far into the journey. The dream you're chasing is not just an idea. It's not just a goal. It's a signal. A signal pointing toward the person you are capable of becoming. Every challenge you face while chasing it is slowly shaping you. Every obstacle is building strength you didn't know you needed. Every moment of doubt is forcing you to decide what kind of person you truly are. And here's the shocking twist. The dream you're chasing right now might not actually exist to reward you with success. It might exist for a completely different reason. Because the real purpose of that dream is to transform you. To transform you into someone who would never need permission to chase another one.